It's summer, which means it's time to make my favourite thing to make in the summer and also my least favourite thing to film in the summer: ice cream. Hi everyone, it's Tasha. Welcome to another recipe video, and today we're going to be making cereal milk ice cream. Timestamps are down below in the description if you want to skip the initial blah blah, but stick around if you want to hear a little bit about what we're making first. I always choose to make ice cream on a hot day knowing that it's going to be a pain in the butt to film. Obviously ice cream melts, so you have to work fast to catch it. But I've been absolutely desperate to make cereal milk ice cream, and not only that, but I've been holding off because I've been finding ways to use up the soaked cereal afterwards. So stay tuned for next week's episode, because I did actually find a way to use them up. Because to make cereal milk ice cream, you need to make cereal milk. And to make cereal milk, you basically have to soak a load of cereal in milk, and then squeeze out all of that lovely tasty milk and then use that for the ice cream. This is a very basic ice cream recipe as they go. We're making it with an egg yolk base, which is quite classic. And all the flavour comes from toasted cornflakes. Off-brand, because I'm not rich enough to afford Kellogg's. Supermarket brand will do. You know me, I'm lazy. Of course I tried to do this without toasting the cornflakes first. Can confirm toasting the cornflakes makes a big difference, and you should do it. So don't skip that step. So with all that said, let's go to the kitchen and see how it's done. First, let's preheat the oven to 160 degrees C. Now we've got to toast some cornflakes because that will get the best flavour out of them. So here I have 50 grams of cornflakes. I'm going to spread them out relatively evenly on some lined baking paper, well, some baking paper lined baking tray. Make sure they're evenly spread out. And we're going to bake these for about 20 minutes until they are golden brown. Now that that's done, we're just going to let it cool, which doesn't take too long because these are very thin. Meanwhile, we're going to make our milk base or cream base, kind of a bit of both. We need 400 millilitres of whole milk, that's full fat milk, and 150 millilitres of double cream. Now we're going to add in our cooled, roasted, toasted, what are these called? Cornflakes. Can remember for a second. Give them a mix. That already smells amazing. Now I'm just going to cover it because we're going to leave this in the fridge overnight, and that's going to extract as much flavour from those cornflakes as possible, so see you in the morning. It's the next day, so let's extract some cornflake milk. I've got myself a nut milk bag here, but you can also use a muslin cloth over a sieve. We've got our well-soaked cornflakes. Let's give them a bit more of a stir. Give them a squeeze because we want every last ounce of that flavour. Pour it straight in the bag. And we're going to give it a good old squeeze. So let's shake those cornflakes down and squeeze. And here we have a lovely cereal milk cream. And also, don't throw away your spent cornflakes, because actually I'm going to be doing something with these in next week's recipe video, so stay tuned for that. And as for this, we're going to take the milk to the hob. I hope that it's obvious that I'm not going to leave the cornflakes in the fridge for a whole week and then cook them. I'm going to do it back to back, but I'm going to edit and then post that one next week. Right, so let's switch the heat on, and we're just going to heat this until it's steaming hot and nearly simmering, but not quite simmering. Whilst we wait for that to heat up, I'm going to make the egg yolk mixture. So here I have 3 egg yolks. I'm going to add 75 grams of caster sugar and about 1/3 of a teaspoonful of corn flour. And this is going to help it stop it from scrambling when we add the hot cream. Now I'm going to give these a very good whisk together. And this is our custard base for the cream. And as soon as your cream is just about steaming, we're going to whisk and pour, whisk and pour. Now this has hopefully tempered the eggs, because we don't want to shock the eggs and immediately heat them up. And this is another step just to ensure that the eggs aren't going to scramble. Now we're going to pour this back into our pan. Now we're back on our hob. Let's turn the heat up to medium heat. And we're going to keep stirring until this is thick enough to coat the back of a spoon, or rather our whisk, but we can do a spoon test too. I switched to a spatula because it's easier to see. By the way, when you add the mixture back into the saucepan, usually you're supposed to strain it through a sieve to catch any bits of egg that has solidified when we added the hot cream to the egg yolk. But because I don't heat my cream up that much, I knew that it wouldn't scramble. But if you're worried about bits in your ice cream, then you can pour it through a sieve into a saucepan rather than pouring it straight into the saucepan. Now this is just about ready. Let me switch off and demonstrate. Easy to see with a wooden spoon because this is silicone and it slides off anyway, but here's the spoon coating stage. When you do that and you run your finger through it, it should leave a nice stripe. So we are done. Let's take this off the heat. And at this stage you can let it cool down by itself, just give it a little stir to make sure it doesn't form a skin, or like me, you can expedite it and you can cool it in a bowl that's over a bowl of icy water. So let's pour that straight in. You are still going to have to keep stirring it to stop that skin from forming though, as always happens when you're heating up milk and cream. And we're just going to stir this until it cools down. There we go, that is very cool now and we are ready to roll. Some ice cream makers, by the way, require you to pre-chill your ice cream mixture in the fridge first. Mine doesn't, it's just a cheap, not so fancy ice cream maker. So this is actually quite cool now because we have been stirring it in ice water, so that will do. Let's get our ice cream maker out. Now we've got our ice cream maker ready and our chilled, well, cooled ice cream mixture. I've dried the bowl very well, by the way, because the last thing we want to do is introduce water into this because then we'll get crunchy ice crystals. We're going to pour this into our bucket for the machine. Let's scooch this up a bit so I have some space to work with and so you can see what's going on. Pop this in. Put our paddle in and lock it. I'm going to switch it on by the mains because I always forget to do that. And this one's very simple, I just change it to the ice cream mode and this will beep in about half an hour. So just make it to your ice cream machine's particular instructions. We're all done, so let's turn this off. Set this to the side. Let's take out our bucket, and here I have a container which I've actually pre-chilled in the freezer. First things first, let's get the paddle out. Got my mini scraper here. Just going to free the paddle. And we're going to scrape the rest of this into our container. Now it's still a bit soft, so we will have to freeze it if you want it scoopable, because at the moment it is at soft serve consistency. It's a bit too soft to scoop, but you can indeed eat it like this if you want, but it's definitely easier to scoop if you freeze it a bit more first. And I'm just going to throw the lid on and freeze this for 4 hours or overnight, and then when you want to scoop it, just take it out for about 10 minutes to soften again, just enough to scoop. Oh, that looks good and it smells good as well, surprisingly. I can't actually smell the cornflakes, and that's not because I just spread cornflakes all over the table. When I opened the tub I could actually smell the cornflakes, which is amazing. Right, I think it's missing a bit of extra crunch, so let's fix that. Check it out. I'm not going to hang around because it is fast melting as we speak. So let's take a little dig. I'm going to be pure about it and not have it with any crunchies because I just want to taste the taste of the cereal milk at the moment. Cheers! Yep, proper cereal milk flavour. Super malty and a bit corny. I really do recommend the extra cornflakes on top of the extra crunch, but do leave it to the end. If you mix it into the ice cream batter, they're just going to go soggy. So if you want a bit of extra crunchiness, add them when you're serving it. So there you go, cereal milk ice cream. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's recipe video and I hope you'll join me next Wednesday for my next one. Get the full written recipe on my blog tashcakes.com, follow me on Instagram, I'm tashcakes.tastes, and find me on TikTok too, I'm tashcakes there too, but my handle is food in slow motion. Subscribe if you'd like to see more, give this video a like if you'd like it to help other people find it, comment down below if you'd like me to make anything in particular, and I'll see you all next time. Be good, be nice, and have a good week. I probably have enough ice cream recipes for a playlist now.